Welcome back to the channel. Matt Porter, Chief Tasting Officer, Master Blender for Barrel King here, and I blended the sexiest whiskey of all time. It's true. Oh, yeah! Barrel King Gold members, we have two brand new batches for May 2026. We have a Knighted label and we have a Fantasy label, both of which you'll be wanting to pour at your table or bar or garage. Two brand new bottlings that you'll want to be coddling. And by coddling, I mean drinking while you hold it close to your chest. Not a Barrel King Gold member? That's totally fine. Just click on the link in the description below. It'll send you over to barrelking.com where you can sign up for your gold membership. Pretty sure if there were a better word for membership, we'd totally use it, because the word membership makes some of you not want to do's it. There's no long-term commitment required. You just sign up for a month of Barrel King offerings. You choose what bottles you want to get, you get them, and then you either say yes or no, I don't want it anymore after this month. You can cancel at any time. Since we don't go through traditional distribution, we just need to know how many bottles to make each month. But if history has anything to say about it, once you get your hands on your first delivery, your first Barrel King offering, you will be doing anything but canceling, because you're gonna love it. For May, we have batch 129 and batch 130. Batch 129 back here is a Fantasy Collection label that I blended. We'll get to that later. Let's first start with the Knighted Bourbon Blend. Batch 130, a 125 proof offering consisting of MGP, Green River, and a diddly dab of Wild Turkey bourbons, finished in stag and turkey barrels. This is friggin' stag turkey. It's what this is. A stag and turkey finished bourbon blend? Yeah, we did it. 125 proof, one of the highest ABV offerings that we've had for bourbons at Barrel King recently. 8 and 9 year Green River, 9 and 13 year MGP, a diddly dab of 8 year Wild Turkey, finished in Wild Turkey and stag barrels. This Barrel King Knighted has got me excited. Batch 130 on the nose, not to steal a note out of Fred Minnick's book, but also completely stealing it, tearing the page out, highlighting it, circling it, underlining it, and keeping it for myself. Marzipan. It's like this delicious almondy whiskey, like an amaretto liqueur in the best of ways. If I were to go back and rewatch my previous Barrel King videos, there may have been a time or two or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7, possibly even 8 or 9 or more, that I smelled the whiskey and then I was like, this is like my favorite nose on a Barrel King product in a long time. That has happened, but this might be my favorite nose on a Barrel King product in a really long time. Little known fact about me, a long time ago, I took a very long extended break. We're talking years and years of not drinking alcohol, when I decided to start dabbling in nature's nectar again. What I did was dabbled a bit in ice cold DC, bit of Diet Coke, and amaretto liqueur. This reminds me of a wickedly high proof amaretto. Even though I don't want to burn up 2 guilty pleasures on one nosing section of a particular whiskey, I'm gonna go ahead and do it, because I can't shake the fact that I'm getting a ton of white chocolate macadamia nut Subway cookie off this thing too. What on earth is happening here? Yeah. The nose is fruity and big, and then the more you smell it, the fruitier it's getting. The fruit is growing exponentially. It's like getting suffocated with an industrial-sized bag of wild berry Skittles. Wow. Whoa. Yeah. Oh, grief. Grief. That is good. That's like the accessory section of a charcuterie board. Nuts and fruits, jams like butter toffee cashews and sunflower seeds, purpled grapes and candied walnuts, and then like a spread that you would make out of dates somehow. But you did it. Good job. Maybe even like a dried banana chip in there. It's like charcuterie board and trail mix met each other on like a 5K, and they were both wasted, and they immediately hit it off. I love doing these videos every month. I freaking love it. It's like a Gary Penna or Sully piloted commercial airliner. 130, like an overweight aircraft just touching down on the palate. Touching down oh so gently. This is a fully loaded bourbon that has no business touching down so effortlessly. No fuel dump needed. It's like the reverse thrusters come on halfway through and the sudden deceleration catches you off guard, and it brings us like momentarily controlled chaos to the tasting experience. The palate movement that had this exceptional ground speed, it just slows dramatically and reminds you how powerful this bourbon actually is. And then once that intensity of the reverse thrusters settle and the palate has fully rolled out, you sit there with that extended barrel char finish. You sit there with that finish while the rest of the passengers deplane and you await the arrival of the local authorities, who are there to question you about the several ounces of personal alcohol you brought on board the aircraft that you may or may not have consumed between the takeoff roll and the incident that you caused, which required the aircraft to turn around, declare an emergency, and immediately return to Denver International Airport. Batch 130 is an exquisite example of things that we do at Barrel King by reusing rare ex-bourbon barrels to produce these batches that you'll want to continue to put down the hatches. After seeing how excited I got about batch 130, and maybe I should have done batch 130 after my batch. Batch 129 is one of two blends that I put together while visiting Bourbon, Missouri at the end of March of this year. The other blend that is tanked and is waiting on bottling is a straight bourbon, but batch 129, the May release, is my second fantasy collection blend that I've ever done, and might be the most fantasy collection blend I could ever imagine. 'Cause it's called Aphrodite. And Aphrodite is the Greek goddess of love and passion. And Aphrodite is where the word aphrodisiac came from. Am I saying that batch 129 is an aphrodisiac? No, I would never say that on record. But off the record, it's pretty good. Batch 129 is a 118 proof blend that is like the Red Shoe Diaries of whiskey. 7-year 95.5 Green River Rye, 7-year 51% Green River Rye, 9-year 95.5 MGP Rye, finished in Terranceau, SQN, Raspberry Brandy, and Jack Daniel's Coy Hill Rye barrels. And then an itty bitty little touch, like a drizzly drop, of 8-year 21% MGP bourbon, finished in chocolate stag barrels. When I got to Barrel King at the end of March, Jared said this: "Have Porter make something fun." That's what he told Matt Bunch anyway. Well, consider me putting the FU in fun, because this Barrel King offering is fun king awesome. And I'm also really proud of it and happy about it. It's like edible underpants and fruit by the foot. Chocolate covered raspberries, habanero peppers and fig. And then of course some of that red wine comes through with like a bit of rose petal. Is the rose petal an actual nosing note? Or is it just a suggestive nosing note? Like a heart-shaped hot tub. It smells so good. I've had this bottle open for about a week and a half, and the longer that it's been open, the more beautiful the nose is getting. It's just opening up. It's just wickedly good. Working on these fantasy blends is a bit scary to me. Putting finishing barrels on top of finishing barrels, I'm like a bit scared. But the more I get into this bottle, the happier I am that I took Jared's challenge head on and did something out of my comfort zone, something fun, something that I don't necessarily do. I'm big time into blending straight bourbon, getting like the nuances and like small little things inside barrels to come out inside of a blend to make them just the way I want them. This is a different animal. This by far is my most fun blend, the most fantasy blend that I've ever blended. Oh, give me goosebumps. That gave me goosebumps. That's a solid sign. They're not bad goosebumps, they're the good ones. Those are good goosebumps. Oh, brother. That's nice. This is rich and sweet and beautiful. The mouthfeel is so velvety. It's so velvety. If you could pour your lady a drink that represented almost perfectly the liquid form of salsa dancing and a downpour with a sweaty Latin man named Emilio in a handmade half-buttoned crocodile shirt, this might be it. Big fig on the palate, like big fig. Lots of like creamy chocolate ganache, a raspberry sauce that super special chefs would put on desserts to give the desserts this raspberry kick that they think would make the desserts pop because they're the chefs and they know what does that to the stuff. All of that. It's all of that. 129 is like if Midwinter Night's Dram and Girls Gone Wild met, fell in love, and started an OnlyFans. It's fruity, it's oily, it's spicy, it's fun. When I started blending batch 129, I didn't even know that it would be batch 129. I also never had any intention of it being the sexiest whiskey ever bottled. But sometimes you can't deny the inevitable. Batches 129 and 130 are available to Barrel King Gold members beginning May 2026. If you're not a Barrel King Gold member, click on the link in the description below. Both of the bottlings this month I love so much. One of them a bit more sentimental to me because I blended it, but I don't even know if it's the best blend this month. Batch 129 might be the sexiest ever bottled, but batch 130 might look sexy directly in the face and be like, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. If you're not a subscriber to the Barrel King YouTube channel, go on over to Barrel King, subscribe to their channel. We have a ton of fun over there. And the team at Barrel King is nothing short of amazing. I'm out of here. Time to edit this and somehow put it together in a way that makes sense. Because I don't even know what in the hell I just said. But whatever I said, I meant it. It came from my gigantic heart.